Hi, I'm Greg Benevent. I'm very happy to be joined today by Heather Buzzard. How you doing today, Heather?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to
Good.
meet you. All right. Well, Heather, if you could tell us a bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
My name is Heather Buzzard, and I am the CEO and owner of BUZZARDSKORNER of Love, which is a website or it's a business, where we uplift, inspire, and encourage others and individuals and help them get in tune with who they are and whose they are, and help allow them to become aware and wake up, and also to have more faith, trust, and belief in themselves and in their inner voice that is within each and every one of us. We live and give examples by our life and our life story. And just to give a personal background on my life story.
Absolutely. You beat me to it.
I was adopted at 6 weeks old into a Caucasian family and raised in a totally different environment of who I am. And it was that gave me the determination and the willingness to find out who I am, and spirituality helped me because as I got older, when I was 18, I was out in the world and I wasn't the cute little black girl with the white parents, and the black community didn't accept me because I didn't know who I was. And so because I didn't know who I was, spirituality was my path forward. And in that path of spirituality, angels, I tell you, it's important to forgive, let go, change your thinking, change your life. When you change your thoughts, you change your life. And that's how we got started here at BUZZARDSKORNER of Love. And when I say we, I'm invoking the I am energy, which is the energy of the spirit. And we come together as one. So that's what we are at BUZZARDSKORNER of Love.
I have so many questions about that. That was great. I mean, there's so many things I want to ask. The first thing that struck me was you talked about changing your thoughts.
Yes.
And I imagine that's something that a lot of the people watching this might struggle with. If you could talk about what are some thoughts that people may have that they may be struggling with, and what are some ways or some even just new ways of thinking that can help them to either overcome those or better utilize them or change them.
Okay, I know from my experience, I grew up with a lot of negativity in my life, and I had a lot of negative thoughts, and I didn't have to. I chose to regroup that thinking through affirmations, positive affirmations. I am worthy, I am deserving, I am loving, I am joy, I am peace. And it took commitment to say those affirmations year after year after year, because once you've been brought up in one way of thinking, in order to change that, you have to be committed to yourself to change that groove in your mind. And it is changed today, and thank you God that I am able to think positive. Yet I was raised with low self-esteem. I was raised with low self-worth issues, and I questioned myself and who I am and why I was here in this world. Yet by being willing to change my thinking, forgive, meditate, let go, and to have a support community, angels, I tell you, that's how you change your life. And if you're walking around with thoughts of self-worth and unworthiness, and you're angry and you're upset, the first question you need to ask yourself is, how willing am I to be honest with myself? And how much do I deserve to be happy? I had to ask myself those questions. Because even today as I sit here, there are people who think that you don't deserve that, you don't deserve to be happy. Yet we believe here at BUZZARDSKORNER of Love, the I am within each and every one of us, believe that we are here to have fun, to run, skip, and laugh and play, and to create the life of our dreams.
That is so well said. That was great. I really liked. I mean, obviously, I responded to just about all of it, but I think the part I responded to the most was about how the question of you have to be honest with yourself.
Yes.
And as someone, I think I speak for a lot of us, who has certainly had issues of low self-esteem and low self-worth at times. I imagine it's all too easy to fall into the trap of being like, well, I am honest with myself. I don't deserve good things. I don't deserve nice things. But from what you're saying, that's the lack of honesty, right?
That's the lack of honesty, because why wouldn't you deserve good things? What is it that you feel that you're not worthy to deserve the good things in life? Is it because society has taught you that? The news has taught you that? Social media has told you that? Who are they to tell you who you're to be.
That's so well said. That's so great. A few times so far today in talking to you, Heather, you've used the word spirituality.
Yes.
And I imagine that's a thing that maybe not everyone has the clearest definition of, or the way that you're using this in this context. You could tell us a bit about how you evoke spirituality, what it means to you, and how it's incorporated into what you do.
Spirituality is meditation, eating well, exercising, etc. So on. Yet the difference between spirituality and religion is religion says this is who you are. Spirituality says go out and create your own experience and then say who you are. That's the difference. That little experience versus being told.
Right. It seems, what you're saying seems so much more open. It puts
Right.
that gives the person agency then to
Yes.
go find it out for themselves.
Yes, because your own experience can't lie to you. People can tell you anything. Priests, priestess, they can tell you anything, yet your own experience tells you your truth.
Wow. Wow, I like that. You've mentioned a few times affirmations.
Yes.
You talk about the ones that I am and all that, and I think also, like a lot of the people watching this video, I couldn't help but notice the pendant you have on there,
Yes.
which if you can't see from the video over there, it says I am in sizable letters. Tell us about, I think affirmations is something that maybe there's some misconceptions about. I know I've certainly had them in the past. If you could tell us about what affirmations mean for what you do, and how those is the kind of thing that can help a person both now and in the future.
Affirmations help you change your thinking, and it helps you regroove that line in your consciousness. I know for me, the I am at Buzzards Corner of Love is invoking the Spirit of God, which is the we, which is where we come into play.
Okay.
When you're invoking the I am energy, then it can't do anything except bring you that which follows after I am.
Oh.
It's conscious awareness, angels. So how do you use your I am? I am worthy, or do you say I am unworthy, I am undeserving? Or do you say I am deserving, I am love, I am joy, I am peace? How do you use your I am? And that's what we here at Buzzards Corner of Love talk about how we use our I am. We go by our experiences. We've had 53 years of experiences in our life, and being raised in the family that I was raised in, and having to sort through my thoughts and figure out my train of thinking. Forgiveness helps you move forward. It doesn't help anybody else except you. And because it helps you, ask yourself, are you worthy of forgiveness? And if you say no, how come?
Wow, it's very powerful. If you, I feel like I'm just asking you to continually redefine words, but you use words in such unique ways. I feel that when you do, it expands upon them, and it gives us a greater understanding. So I'm going to ask you to do the same thing again for how you just used forgiveness. That's very fascinating to me, the way you use that, and I think there's a lot of folks maybe could use giving themselves some forgiveness, and they're not necessarily aware of that.
Okay, in forgiveness, I'll give you an example, angels. Growing up in the household I grew up in, it was very confusing, and my mother and I, we butted heads. Her personality and my personality didn't get along. And I had a lot of resentment and anger toward her growing up.
Oh, geez.
Yet as I became an adult and I chose to change my thinking, it benefited me to forgive myself and to forgive her. It didn't happen overnight. It took years for me to really let go of that forgiveness. Yet and still, looking back today, I can see where our experience, her and I experienced, fortified her, and for me, it was a win for her. She received out of it what she needed out of it, and I received the ability to have strength, determination, courage to move forward in my life, and also the experience of forgiveness and how it feels. Makes you feel better about who you are, and you're worth it. And I used to think that, well, if I forgive that person, they're getting away with something. Yet, really, are they really getting away with something, or is it me who isn't willing to move forward and let go?
Oh, wow.
That's where honesty comes into play.
That makes so much sense. That how you tie those two things in together. If I've already asked you some version of this question, please feel free to go past it. But I think so much of what you're talking about has been drawn upon and forged by your own experiences.
Yes.
If you could tell us maybe a bit more about how you got into this, how your experiences led you to the point where now you're in a position and you've been able to help people for a while now.
Well, I was raised in a unity environment, which is a spirituality environment.
Okay.
So I learned as a child, from a child up, what spirituality was.
Okay.
And getting on that path at 18 helped me to, like I said, forgive myself and to move forward. And angels, once I tell you, when you're on that spiritual path, you can't hold all that information to yourself. It is impossible. And the thing that happens is you choose to give back. You choose to help somebody else. Because we really are here to help uplift, inspire, and encourage other people by our examples in our life, by our life stories. People get inspiration out of people's life stories.
Absolutely.
So,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
So what would you say to somebody that's watching this video and they're on the fence, they aren't sure about whether or not to reach out to Buzzard's Corner of Love? If you could tell us a bit, talk to them specifically and tell them exactly what you would like them to know.
Well, we here at Buzzard's Corner of Love say everything is a choice. So what is it that you choose? Do you feel that you're worthy enough to receive help? Do you feel that you're worthy enough to move forward and to create the life of your dreams? We are here to support, uplift, inspire, and encourage you to do just that. Yet the bottom line is, angels, choice. What do you choose?
That was so well said. I have to ask, I love the way you use the word, you say it. If you could tell us a bit about talking to people, referring to people as angels. What, I mean, I think it's great, but I mean, what that's such a specific choice on your part. I mean, what is it, what leads you to do that, and how'd that come about?
When I first started blog writing 15 years ago.
Wow.
I started calling my audience angels because it's a two-way street. I'm here to support you, and you're here to support me. And we work off each other's energies. And angels are there to uplift, inspire, and encourage. And angels, we feel, are people. And especially when you invoke the energy of the I am, you can't help except have angels that come into your space and place. That's what we believe here.
That is great. That is great. Heather, I could talk to you all day. Thank you for coming on to talk to me today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Well, my name is Blvd. Take it easy. Have a good night.